This is the weekly sales meeting for September 4th, 2022. My name is Chris Fleming. You can reach me at chris@cdmediaconsulting.com or go to our website at cdmediaconsulting.com. Today's topic is about silence. Silence is a great negotiator. In the world of selling, it is a rare few who have the ability to work in silence. Many in the sales profession claim to have the gift of gab. But what I find is that those who claim that gift lack substance. They lack the ability to listen. Both are the key skills to be successful in selling anything. First is substance, which is two things: having the goods to be knowledgeable in the practical application of your products, and the ability to identify customer problems and use your product to solve them. These abilities give you the internal strength and confidence to be the authority. Second is the ability to listen. My kingdom for sellers who have this ability. Most can talk in circles, but few can listen to understand rather than listening to respond. The fine art of conversation has been thwarted by the advances in modern technology. We have whole generations lacking in the ability to carry on a give-and-take conversation. They would rather text it in slang and emojis. This has hurt business discussions and sales calls. So I don't resemble Waldorf or Statler from The Muppet Show. I'm not saying that we should give up. I'm saying we should get better despite the technological advances. The American poet Ezra Pound died in 1972. That was some 50 years ago. The writer may have mastered irony at death. He wrote, "Long before his end, the art of letters will come to an end before AD 2000. I will survive as a curiosity." He would be happy to not be around for the invention of the internet. While in many ways it has made our lives better, it has retarded our conversational art. Many sales conversations now take place via email or social media rather than face-to-face. This makes one of the greatest negotiating tools almost obsolete. In our instant gratification society, we take anything less than an immediate positive response as a personal rejection, as that is what we've become used to, a nonstop barrage of information. Meanwhile, the lost art of silence escapes millions. Henry Wheeler Shaw wrote under the pen name Josh Billings. While his contemporary was Mark Twain, he was more famous as a character in John Steinbeck's Cannery Row. The novel featured a description of his death. He exclaimed, "Silence is one of the hardest arguments to refute." He's not wrong. Despite these roadblocks and shortcuts of modern technology, the best sales conversations occur face-to-face. In the in-person scenario, all forms of communication are on display. Not only tone and voice inflection, but facial expressions and body language are on display. This is where advanced sellers, the most comfortable in conversation, have an advantage. You know you have reached the advanced stages of the profession when you are comfortable in silence. You see, silence scares most people. Don't think so? In your next conversation, stop talking and count. You can count the seconds until the other person says something. It could be anything, but they will jump to fill the vacuum. People are uncomfortable with silence. They will work to fill the void created when you stop talking. But it is a rare breed of seller who is comfortable when nothing is said. You should strive to be this person. It will happen when you master the art of selling. When you are comfortable in any situation, silence won't unnerve you. You will welcome it, and eventually you will learn to harness it for more successful sales conversations. The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu claimed, "Silence is the source of great strength." The confidence in this tactic and the ability to deploy it when necessary are the mark of the expert seller. In the beginning, we are nervous. It happens to most novice sellers. Think about your first sales situation. I'm willing to bet you suffered from word vomit. This is the phenomenon that takes place when we are nervous. We open our mouth and everything we know about a topic spews forth from our pie holes. It is embarrassing to watch, but we have all done it. We should be in the habit of carrying a handkerchief or a towel so our prospects or clients can dry off afterwards. It is sad that some never grow out of this habit. They never progress beyond this stage 1 selling. I have had long-term sellers suffer this plight, as well as novices. When we are nervous, we scramble to fill the voids and gaps in conversations, as if silence is somehow equated to failure of purpose. That is the opposite of the truth. Silence is actually a strength. It was Leonardo da Vinci who said, "Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence." When we have the confidence, strength, and clarity of purpose not to speak, we will solidify our position in any conversation. We occupy the authority chair. Yes, many will give up the high ground and early, as they never quite get accustomed to silence in conversation. There are others who pride themselves in dominating conversations. They do so to never allow the other person to get in a word. They suffer a different disease. Call them the opera singers. Everything is me, 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 me. And they are a story for a different time. Today we're here to talk about silence. Silence is an identifier of power. In any conversation, the balance of power gets defined by word count. Look around for the most powerful person at the table. They are likely the one saying the least. World War II French General Charles de Gaulle said silence is the ultimate weapon. Later he would be elected president, the most powerful person in France. In our sales conversations, silence is a great negotiating tool. The ability to ask for the order and zip it. Stop talking and wait. I guarantee the other person will speak first. And as they say, the first person to speak after the ask has lost. No matter what it is, ask your closing question and close your mouth. Literally, do not speak. Stick a fingernail in the palm of your hand if that is what is required for you to not speak. You will blow it by filling the void. The other person will speak, and that is where the leverage in the conversation will tilt to you. The buyer will begin to negotiate and not with you. That negotiation is with themselves. They begin to justify the ask. Don't interrupt them. They're doing you a favor. Master the fine art of keeping your mouth shut. Learn to operate in silence. It is a powerful tool for those willing to wield it. Confucius said silence is the true friend who never betrays. Your silence will never give you away like your mouth will. No one has ever listened their way out of an opportunity, but plenty have talked opportunity into submission. The more you navigate your closing conversations with this confidence booster, the more your prospects will want to buy from you. And if you can't remember to keep your mouth shut, remember the words of Samuel Leghorn Clemens. Mark Twain said, "It's better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you're a fool than to open it and remove all doubt." I have released a new book on leadership. It's called You Can't Lead from the Back of the Room. It is now available on Amazon.com. If you like what you hear, please think about ordering one or two. Please give one to a friend. You can find them right now at cdmediaconsulting.com.